Hello and welcome to Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I am Jeff, and today we have the very first version of the Modern House. This is set number 31153. And, well, in keeping with how I do these, any of these 3-in-1s that I like, I buy 3 copies. And we will do a total of 3 videos. Well, 4 total, but we'll do a video on each one of the versions, review them separately, and then we'll do a 4th video where we have all 3 of them built side by side, and I'll tell you which one's my favorite and do a normal review. So let's go ahead and let's start off with the first copy. I'm going to pick the crappiest box because some of these are pretty bent up on the ends. So I will pick up the worst one, and of course that's that. All right. Yeah, let me, Greg, just give me a second. I will. And hey, John. Hey, Miss Chip. Hey, Greg. And let's go to this. And if you guys hear some slapping around, or I don't know what it sounds like on camera. I know what it sounds like here. I've got a section of shingles on my roof that are being picked up and slapped back down. Because we're having a really good windstorm here right now. And I did talk to a guy to come over and fix it. He was supposed to be here on Friday, but imagine that, they didn't show up. And he hasn't called me. So anyway, there you go, Greg. I sent that. Let me get out of that. And let's go ahead and let's switch the cameras. All right. So we'll get version 1 done tonight, but version 2, 3, all that, that's not going to be so forthcoming because I'm leaving for Texas on Wednesday, and I won't be doing live streams while I'm in Texas. So it'll be a while. I'll be there for about a week, so we'll get back to it as soon as we get here. As soon as we get back. I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, so this is version 1 right here. This one here. All right, so how's everyone's day been? Let's see, let's get Greg here. All right, Greg, how you doing?
Oh, nothing much.
All right. Oh, wait, you don't work Mondays, right?
Thank God.
No, you don't? Okay, all right. Well, I'm mostly ready to go for my trip to Texas coming up here.
Hey, Chip, Mrs. Chip.
Yep, I'm going to see Mrs. Chip and help her move. She's getting a slightly bigger place. Wow, I don't know if you guys can hear that slapping around, but I can hear the roof, the shingles being picked up and thrown back down.
I got two 4Ks come in today.
Oh, okay. Which ones came in?
This
Titanic, okay.
and this.
Wait. Let me get you on the big screen here. Oh no, not me. You. 1 second. Let me. There we go. Hunger Games. Reminds me of Starving Games. That's cool, man. All right. So John says, don't know if you heard, mom's in the hospital. She was complaining of chest pains. EKG didn't show heart attack. We're just waiting news. Well, I hope, John, they can figure it out no matter what it is, because they can't figure out what it is. They can't treat it properly. I know it's Captain Obvious there, but that is how I feel about it, though. Like, I just want them to diagnose it properly so they can treat it properly. And yes, Mrs. Chip, it is extremely windy here right now. It just picked up about an hour ago, and I'm so tired of the wind here. That is one thing this place is definitely known for is wind.
Oh, hit me, please. Don't hit me.
So, have you guys heard? I'm a little slow on this, but they found Amelia Earhart's plane.
Where was it? Where was it at?
It was near a Pacific atoll, but not. When I say near, I mean relative. I mean the Pacific Ocean's like huge. They found it, and it was in 2,000 feet of water. And the most interesting part that I thought was that the guy who discovered where the Titanic was in the Atlantic Ocean was the same guy who found her plane. So when you showed me that Titanic movie, it kind of reminded me, hey, I just saw that documentary not too long ago. I wish I would remember more details. I'm bad about remembering details, but yeah, they did find it. Robert Ballard, yes. That's the guy.
I ordered the Daniel Craig 5-pack James Bond movies, and
Okay.
and I got 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Okay. That sounds cool, man. So, I mean, kind of a stupid thing, but I'm a stupid question I'm going to ask you, but so 2001: Space Odyssey. What about that movie did you like? I mean, it's been many years for me, so I don't remember it that well.
I never seen it.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. Oh, and John says he got Alien because he never saw it. Okay, I mean, hey, that's cool.
The 4K and HDR is going to make it pop, make it like brand new.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I could hear that. Can you guys hear that at all?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you can't hear it. It's very distracting for me because I just keep hearing it slap, slap, slap.
Too bad it's not tinsel.
Oh boy. Well, it's annoying, whatever it is. And John says I don't like the 4K transfers. They remove the grain and it looks horrible. Really? Okay. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not really into the 4K stuff. All my money goes into Lego, and I mean like all my money. Although I will say I bought some stocks today. I have some dividends that got paid on Friday and then again today. So I went ahead and used that money to buy. I didn't reinvest the dividend in the same fund, but it goes in the account, and then I just buy other stuff. And John says, I also got Invasion Force USA and Delta Force. Evening, Jeff and everyone. I'm sitting here watching my favorite YouTube people on my 30-minute lunch break at work. That's awesome, man. I do appreciate you, Kenneth. I do. So I've been working on a couple things here. Got to keep some of it private, but just trust me, I'm working on some good stuff for the channel. And Spencer was helping me out last night, and we watched. Well, not last night. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. So a couple nights ago, he helped me out, and we watched the first Transformers movie, and then we watched the second Transformer movie while he's helping me again last night, the Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah.
And it's been a long time since I've seen that movie. In fact, I took Spencer to go see the first Transformer movie when it first came out in the theaters, and he was there with his sister Jessica. The other kids were with Jenny down at her parents' house, and Spencer was 3 years old, and he was being so awful in that movie. He would not hold still. Then the first fight scene came up between the robots, and all of a sudden, Spencer just sat down and watched the whole thing, and he was like, from there on, for the rest of the movie, he just was glued to it because he thought it was so cool watching the robots fight.
Did you get that problem resolved with your children?
Oh, which problem?
You didn't say about a couple weeks ago.
Probably because I don't remember it now.
But after one of the streams about the wild saloon.
Oh man, I don't remember now. It must have been Greg because if it was still ongoing, I'd remember it. And I really hate to downplay anything, but when it comes to my kids, there seems like there's always something going on. So it's hard to remember from one day to the next. But speaking of family, when I go to Texas, I am very hopeful that I will be able to see Alcia because she's still at her dad's, which is about 2 hours away from where Mrs. Chip is. So I'm really hoping that I'll be able to do that. And John says, talking about 4K, it looks like plastic people. Hopefully it wasn't Disney. Most likely I'm getting the NASA Lunar Land Rover. It looks like a cool set. It is a cool set, John. The Transformer cartoon. Hate the like. Oh no, this was not the cartoons, John. This was the actual. This was the one directed by Michael Bay. Both of them were. So
You gonna live stream that Frozen set that Alcia made Mrs. Chip buy?
if I can, I will.
With her?
Yeah, I don't know. Like when I'm with her, I don't think I want to do that right away. But if I visit her another time, maybe. Boy, that racket is really distracting me. I'm sorry. Those shingles are being picked up like 3 or 4 at a time, and just as soon as the wind goes by, it just slaps back down on the rest of the roof. The cartoon's better, John says.
I'm thinking about getting the.
Go ahead.
I'm thinking about getting the '86 movie in 4K.
86 movie?
Yeah. The '80s movie.
Oh. Okay, and here's another comment from Ken. He says, I can't wait to see the new Beetlejuice movie. Now, is the same guy playing Beetlejuice that did, I don't know how many years ago it was. John says tomorrow is his birthday. Well, happy birthday, John. So were you born on Friday the 13th or just the 13th? Michael Keating, yes. Thanks, John. I forgot who it was. Oh, Mrs. Chip says she wants to see that movie. Okay.
What movie is it?
Oh, Beetlejuice?
Oh, yeah. Think about going to see Alien Romulus when it comes out.
Yeah, actually, I'm hearing a lot of stuff online. People are looking forward to seeing the new Alien movie. When do you know when it's released?
The 16th.
Oh wow, that's like 4 days away. I'll be down to see Mrs. Chip. I don't think she likes Alien though. She should like it. She's married to me after all. So I'm kind of curious, like, why does it take so long, like, for these like second movies come out? Like, I noticed it with The Incredibles, where it was something like 17 years, And now Beetlejuice 30 years later. Alien's been forever too since they come out with one.
Freaky Friday just got a sequel.
Oh, did it really?
Yep. Remember watching that movie?
Oh yeah, I saw the original with Jodie Foster. I remember that.
This one's with Lindsay Lohan in there.
Oh yeah, they did that. They did that version too. Years after, yeah. Yeah, you're right. And was it Jamie Lee Curtis as the mother?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was one of Mrs. Chip's favorite movies, by the way. She, I think she wore it out.
And Lilo and Stitch is getting a live action remake.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I like Lilo and Stitch. That was a pretty good movie, man. Oh, that's nice. Nice. I don't see that piece. All right. I'm watching the Martian extended cut. Okay. All right. I don't think I've seen the original. I don't think I've seen Martian at all. That's what I should be trying to say. But sometimes I can't talk.
The Looney Tunes Martian.
Yeah, not yet, John. That happens this coming week. Spencer and
Hey,
I
John.
are driving. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, John, you watching Marvin the Martian?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so we've got a little bookcase here. Right there. Looks like we're going to build another piece of it here. Mark Watney, The Martian. Oh, no, I haven't. That's interesting how they put it on its side. So this is stud not on top method as well.
What I wish for is a
Yeah.
Dave's Hot Chicken near me.
All
Have you
right.
had it?
I have not. In fact, this is the first I've heard of them. What's their? I'm okay. Obviously chicken, right? But I mean, like, is there a certain way they do the chicken, or what's their claim to fame?
Nashville Hot Chicken.
Okay.
You been to Nashville?
Don't no. I think I've been across. I think it's Highway 40. I think that goes through Knoxville, but not Nashville. No. That's what having a big belly is good for. You drop a piece that doesn't actually fall.
I had Dairy Queen for dinner today.
How was that?
It was okay.
Well, each bill's different. Sometimes Sometimes I'm able to do builds pretty easily, but I don't know. It all depends. Tonight I'm tired, man. It's been a long day. I was out in the truck earlier. It's kind of warm outside. Well, not kind of. It is warm outside. And I took the shop back and did my best to get rid of Enzo hair. It's a lot easier said than done.
How's that ball of lint doing?
He's doing all right.
Mm.
He's right here, actually. See about getting him on a little bit later.
By the way, how's the cats doing?
They're good actually. There was a little bit of a skirmish between Max and Buddy today. I've got this nice thick towel that I don't remember why, but I laid it down over on the fireplace on the bottom part of it, and it's been sitting there for months. I forgot about it. The last couple of weeks, Max has been taking up residence there, and Buddy came in the house today, and he decided he was going to take that over, and it was okay until Max noticed, and then there was a bit of a skirmish between the two of them. I'm kind of thinking that Buddy's the one that won out because he's still laying on it over there. Enzo's been kind of being a little wimp today. I decided to brush him, and I wasn't doing it that hard, and I've done it before with him, and he's been fine with it. But today, every time I put the brush near him, he was whimpering, and he does that sometimes. It's annoying because I'm not hurting him. Well, if I could get him to, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to yawn so much. Holy crud. I'm whenever I'm out in the weather like that for several hours, and I was, because in order to see Mrs. Chip, I had to build the box on the back of the truck. And when I built the box in the back of the truck, I was outside the whole entire time. And then Spencer and I loaded the truck with some of Mrs. Chip's stuff so we could get it to her. And so we were outside again. And then when I went to go vacuum the truck, I was out there again. So I've been out usually the humidity here is like between, I'm not kidding, like 10 to 15% is normal. The humidity here is like 35% here today. I know for you, Greg, 35% probably feels like it's dry and probably feels good. But for me, 35% feels extremely yucky. And I'm not used to it. So, yeah, it's a little rough there. All right. Well, as soon as I'm done with this bag, I will call Enzo over. And yeah, these bags, Mrs. Chip, they do seem like they're going a little faster. And I'm going to attribute that to the fact that there's only one bag number one, only one bag number two. When it came to that last build that I did, there was like 3 and 4 of each number. So there was quite a lot more pieces. And I hate to say it, but this one's also not as it's not as detailed as the other one. It's kind of in a way plain, but a lot of modern houses to me are plain.
I want the animated series Batmobile to be back in stock.
Have you checked the Lego website recently for that?
Last time I checked, it's back ordered still.
Okay.
Target sold out.
Well, that's not cool.
It'll look good to my '89 Batmobile, the mini one.
Was that a poly bag? Or no, it was not a poly bag. Never mind. Okay, so we're done with one section of it, and we're on bag number 4. All right, Enzo, come here. Come here. Come here. Sit. What is your deal today? Today's been a rough day with him. He's not been wanting to listen. Okay, show me your war face.
He looks like give me my food, or I give you a new one.
There you go. Okay, speak. Speak. Oh, come on. They can't hear that. Speak. Speak. They can't hear that. You got to do it. Come on. That was so low. Hey, are you cute? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
Max is officially retired from the mascot role.
Yeah, he is. He let himself get dethroned by Buddy. Okay, obviously a bag is open because this piece came up before I even opened the bag. Not nice. Oh, yes, there it is. The hole. Well, shoot. I hope there's nothing left in the box. Yeah, I don't know why Enzo does this, but every now and again we have a day like today where he just doesn't listen. And those are the days that frustrate me because it's like, dude, seriously. He knows the commands that I'm giving him, and I know he knows them. But sometimes he just doesn't want to cooperate. And it's not like anything, well, nothing I'm aware of happened. Oh, this is the first time I've ever seen a large 1x8 Technic brick and lime. I mean, I'm not saying it is the first time Lego's ever done it, but it's the first time I've noticed it. Rue is learning left paw, right paw. That's cool.
Have you got the mobile crane yet?
I do, but I will not have time to put it together before I go to Texas. But did you get it?
Nah, but it looks cool though.
Are you planning on getting it?
Maybe if I have the
Okay.
room for it.
Well, space comes at a premium, doesn't it?
Yep. It'll look good next to the excavator though.
Oh, I love that excavator. I really do. That one was kind of frustrating for me. I didn't do a review on it because I built it and it was missing a couple pieces. And one of the pieces that it was missing is one of the black hoses that go along the boom. And by the time it came in the mail, I was like, oh, man, it's kind of been out for several weeks now. So I like to do my reviews as soon as I get the product if I can.
I'm not getting a Pac-Man arcade cabinet because it's repetitious. Because all the gold dots on it.
Yeah. I like that one, but I have limited funds, so just whatever I can do. I may ask her over for my birthday. Awesome. Well, John, I hope you get it.
You know at my Target they have the Snow White house.
No. I did not know that. Is that a brand new release?
Yep.
Okay.
This the Seven Dwarfs Cottage, to be precise.
Oh yes, I have that one. I built it. I don't remember whenever it first came out. What's funny is I got my granddaughter back when she lived with me. I got her to call it Snow White and the Seven Dorks.
My Walmart's getting some cool Lego stuff.
What is Walmart getting?
A lot of icons, a lot of height, a lot of Technic.
Okay. And let's see. Don't mention that live action stuff. The remake with Rachel's Ziegler. Oh, okay. I haven't seen it, John, or even heard about it. I have to admit, because I find a lot of things frustrating today, I don't pay attention to it. Because if I paid attention to all the things that frustrated me, I would just be stressed out all the time. And that's what I need to be focused on is not putting pieces in the wrong place. So how's the job going, Greg?
Just the same old. Just being a sweat box all day.
So do you work primarily indoors or outdoors then?
Both.
Oh, you do both. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to get used to that humidity. I'm gonna be in Texas for a couple days there.
September 22nd starts fall.
Man, isn't that amazing? Like how quick it goes. But I mean, like, how cold does it get there in the winter where you're at?
It's like cold snaps. And if it gets bad, maybe in the 20s, maybe 30s.
Oh, really? Okay. Because I visited Mrs. Chip, where actually I helped her move in February, and we were in the Fort Hood area. And I have to admit, it didn't get that cold at all. In fact, it was still in the 80s in February. Is that pretty typical, or
It sometimes
okay?
it it snows. It snows very very rarely.
Okay.
If it does, everyone freaks out and school get canceled.
See, now that's the funny thing. When I moved to Utah, um, we lived in Virginia before that, and when we moved to Utah, Spencer was still in school, high school, and I remember that uh, the first time it snowed in Utah, he's like, "Oh, good, they're going to cancel school," and I was like, "No, not here in Utah. They don't cancel school. They don't even delay it. They're so used to it. It's just like, whatever, dude." And sure enough, they didn't cancel or nothing, and he was so disappointed. And for the next 2 years of high school, he just hated it. This snows a heck of a lot in Utah, and they just don't care.
Our infrastructure is not built for snow or like or freeze storms or like that.
All the ice storms, the freezing
Ice
rain.
storm or hail.
Yeah. Oh, what the hail, right? No, I'm just kidding. And that's the other thing too. Like when I lived in Ohio, they have freezing rain there, and I remember the first time I saw it, I thought it was the most beautiful thing. 'Cause you go outside and all the trees have got these icicles dripping off them, and uh, the part that sucks is when it attaches itself to power lines and things start going out. That's not cool. I don't care how pretty it is. It's time for it to go away when the power goes out. Oh my goodness, I never thought I'd say this. The air conditioning is actually making me cold. I'm going to turn it off. I'll probably turn it back on in the next 10 minutes.
My birthday's in a few weeks.
You're going to turn up. You're going to turn 19.
You're so funny.
Oh boy. I'm missing. Oh no, I'm not. It's right here. This was the bag with a hole in it, wasn't it? Or was that the bag before?
If you come down to my area, you should go to Gator Country.
Gator country.
That's where the largest gator ever caught lives.
How big is he, or was he?
I have a screenshot. 13 feet 11 inches.
Wow. So I saw this video. It was a short on YouTube. Cracked me up, and it said, "In Florida, you want to know which lakes have gators in them?" And the lady goes up there and she puts her hand in the little pond and starts shaking her hand all around. She goes, "If the water's wet." Actually, I don't think I've ever asked John that. John, where you're at, is there gators? I imagine there is, but didn't you say that in your area that gators don't really bother you? They just kind of leave you alone.
Let me send that picture to you so I can send it to Jenny.
Yeah, I could do that. I know you sent me a couple of pictures on the way home, Greg, like alligators. They don't try to chase you, nothing?
Nope.
No?
You can actually feed the gators at Gator Country and actually hold them. Hold baby ones. I bet Alcia will like that.
I don't know. Oh, okay. I forgot this piece here.
You know, in Beaumont, the city next to me, that's where the oil boom in Texas was formed.
No, I didn't. So it's pretty close to you then?
About 30 minutes away.
Oh, wow. So are they still drilling oil from that area?
I think so.
Okay.
That's our oil refinery land.
Well, when I've driven through Western Texas to get to where Mrs. Chip is at twice now, and it always amazes me. Like all of a sudden, you'll get in there and that area, and there's like tons of wind turbines, and then all of a sudden there's what do you call that? Oil derricks everywhere, and there was one place. I don't remember the name of the grocery store, but there was even one place where I stopped where in the grocery store parking lot was an oil derrick, and they had like a metal fence around it, taking up a couple of parking spots. Well, more than a couple of parking spots, but it was like right in the middle of their parking lot.
Was it HEB?
God, I don't remember, Greg. But it was just the weirdest sight to see an oil derrick right in the middle of the parking lot. Do you know the difference between an alligator and a crocodile?
I think it's their snouts.
Well, that's the correct scientific answer. But my answer is one you'll see in a while and one you'll see later. Because the stupid joke. See you later, alligator. And you know something? I'll tell you, the first time I ever heard that joke might surprise you, but it was the mailman. I remember the last year before I went to school, I had to be home alone, and my sister, who I was really close to, went to school a year before I did. And I remember that it kind of sucked for me because like being home alone wasn't fun, and so one of my highlights was seeing the mailman come every day. And we had a really good mailman. I swear, he was old enough to be a grandpa. He probably was, and he always humored me, and he used to tell me stupid jokes when he stopped by. And I remember one day I asked him for a joke, and that was the one he told me was, "See you later, alligator. See you, wild crocodile." But I remember um, I used to ask my mom too, around Christmas time if we can bake that mailman some cookies. And he was our mailman for as long as I can remember. And then the saddest thing happened. I remember he quit coming around, and I asked my mom, and she didn't know at first. And then my mom found out that he died of a heart attack. Um, and so yeah, he of course wasn't coming around anymore. But um, really good guy, man.
That sucks.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what else too. Now, I mean, Greg, I know you're a bit younger than me, but did you ever use this 411 service to look up the call a phone, find out someone's phone number?
No.
Okay. Well, when we were kids, 411 was the thing, man. You'd call and try to get somebody's phone number. And we had a 411 operator, really nice old lady. I seemed to get her all the time. And not like I called all the time or anything, but whenever I called, I seemed to get the same one. She was a real nice lady. In fact, I remember her. Her name was Mrs. Archer. She used to tell me. So is your family like all from Texas, or where would you say you guys are from?
I'm a third generation Texan on my dad's side and a second generation Texan on my mom's side.
Okay, well yeah, you guys have been there. Yeah, that's awesome.
My
Yeah.
mom's side's from southern Indiana and Florida,
Okay.
and my dad's side's from Northern Virginia and Alabama.
I always find that fascinating, where people are from, and I'll tell you what. I've done extensive family history work for my family, and I know where my family comes from. Um, my family's mostly from Idaho and Utah for several generations, but before that, all over the place. The East Coast, um, France, Germany, Sweden, England, all over. But I do find it interesting.
Where's your dad's family from?
They are from Pocatello, Idaho, the
Your
same place
mom.
Mr. Chip's from.
What about your
Um,
mom?
my mom's family's from Twin Falls, Idaho. In fact, it's funny. There's a judge here in the area. He used to be the prosecutor here in Malad, and he had a unusual last name, and my mom is related to that last name, and I'm pretty sure we're related somehow, but I've never asked him.
Mm.
But I heard he's from the Twin Falls area too, so I'm like, okay, we probably are related then, because Twin Falls is definitely my peeps. Of course, if you know Idaho, they like their names with the falls in them because there's Twin Falls, there's American Falls, there's Idaho Falls, there's falls everywhere.
Rain falls. My mom's dad's side's from Bloomington, Indiana.
Okay. Have you been there to visit at all?
No, I've never been.
Okay.
My,
Well, that's kind of the interesting thing is like I have not been able to be everywhere my family's from, but Lava Hot Springs, which is about 45 minutes north of here, and it's just like it sounds like Lava Hot Springs. There's hot springs, and you can go and bathe in them, and no, not really bathe in them, but swim. You don't really swim. It's like a hot tub, but it's natural. Um, but they used to be called Dempsey, Idaho. If you go there and you go to their museum, you will see my great grandfather's first dentist chair in there. He was the first dentist, and this is really weird because this is not a piece that is normally extra. But I'm looking at the instructions, and oh yeah, I did right here. Never mind. Oh, and we forgot we need a rubber ducky.
and her mom's from northern Florida.
Oh, okay, northern Florida.
Near the Georgia line.
Well, I think John has disappeared on us. I haven't seen him comment for a while, and I'm gonna have to make sure I get a hold of him because his mom being in the hospital. I imagine he left because of that.
And my dad's side's from outside Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile? Yeah, Mobile, Alabama.
Has some Leonard Skinner in me. You know their famous song.
Well, I know a couple of their songs. Which one are you thinking of?
Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Greg. I should have caught that right off. I like Leonard Skinner's song "Simple Man." So,
And his mom's from Fairfax County.
really,
Uh,
okay.
his mom's family, to be precise.
What's my favorite musical movie? Mrs. Chip is asking. Well, I don't really like too many musicals, so I'm going to say Amadeus, and I already know what she's going to say.
Or Shrek the Musical.
Oh, Shrek the Musical. Okay. Well, the reason why Miss Chip's going to comment is because I hate that movie, Amadeus. Do you know that movie I'm talking about?
No.
The guy has a really goofy laugh through the whole thing, and it's really loud and obnoxious. And he just like he doesn't laugh at things that he doesn't laugh at the right times. He just randomly has this weird laugh. So anyway, I hated that movie. Excuse me. All right, well, we are nearing the bag number 7's end. I cannot believe that. We only got 2 bags left after this one, so not that much. Yeah, I told you she's gonna back me up on that. I hated that movie. Oh, I know my kids like the High School musicals. They watch those to death. I remember that. What was the other one they watched, Miss Chip? It wasn't the high school Pitch Perfect, right? I think that's what it was. Oh, my kids love Pitch Perfect.
You like La La Land? Mrs. Chip.
I like Oklahoma and the King and I. I don't think I've ever seen those. See, Miss Chip does stuff behind my back. Look at that. I'm sorry. I got to give her a hard way to go, guys. And I hope you guys don't think I'm being too mean to her. I'll try not to. Because it's not really fair. In real life, she'll throw it right back at me. But when I'm online, she can't really throw it back at me. So I got to be kind of nice and not do it too much. But it is kind of hard not to, because our relationship, we do tease each other in very healthy doses. So it's almost impossible not to, because I'm thinking of it all the time. I have not seen that La La Land yet. No, but she's definitely been to La La Land. Oh boy, I need to quit while I'm ahead. Or as she says, because I tell her that all the time, I need to quit while I'm ahead. And you know her response is great.
What?
She'll tell me I need to quit while I still have a head.
Or you'd be like Maximilian Robespierre. You know what happened to him, right?
I do not.
You know, he lost a head.
And who is this again?
Maximilian Robespierre.
No.
He's the lead architect of the French Revolution.
Oh. I always think of Alice in Wonderland. That queen that no matter what happened, off with their head. And what was that game they were playing where those cards were cheating to make sure the queen was winning? Anyway, I don't really watch musicals that much, Miss Chip, so I'm surprised she asked that question. But you know what? That's cool.
What about The Nightmare Before Christmas?
The Nightmare Before Christmas? That's a good one, actually. Tim Burton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. My daughter. Go ahead.
That's some sort of a musical.
Well, my daughter Jessica likes Tim Burton a lot. She's into his. I don't want to call it style. Would that be the right word? The Queen of Hearts. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, my daughter likes Tim Burton, so I've seen most of his films just because living in the same house as her.
Feel like that.
Come here, buddy.
Feel like the idea set that's coming out.
Oh, what is that?
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, this is Buddy.
Where's Tux?
I don't know. I haven't seen him for a couple days. Trying to be all cute. Look at you. Well, he's not trying to be. I love his little white little feet. You're a good boy. She never get fights, man. He's missing 2 chunks out of his ear right here.
Are you a good old boy? Never mean to no harm.
Been in trouble with the law since the day he was born? Yeah. Oh yeah, Duke's a hazard. Buddy, stop it. Now you're just getting greedy. He's circling around, rubbing his head against my legs. Kind of annoying. What? Well, I'm busy.
I bet Max is in Spencer's room.
He probably is. Gertie's in his room too. Gertie's here right now. I was over at my sister's. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to tell you guys about that. If you guys remember, I was gone most yesterday because there was a wildfire that went pretty close to where my sister. She owns 10 acres out in the middle of nowhere, and I mean out in the middle of nowhere. That's not figuratively speaking. There isn't a gas station for over 100 miles. There's nothing. Anyway, she had heard on the news that there was a wildfire out there, and she's got herself a almost brand new trailer that costs like 40 grand. It's a big trailer with like 3 pop outs. It's a big trailer. Anyway, and she said that she wanted me to drive her truck since I know how to drive trucks, and she wanted me to drive her truck out there and go get her trailer out of harm's way. So we drove all the way out there, only for her to decide that she didn't want to do it after all. And so we drove way out there. It takes like 2.5 hours to get there. And we did nothing. We didn't even pull the trailer out. All she did was clean it a little bit, the trailer, and said, okay, let's go. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. We went all the way out there for nothing. So anyway, her trailer's still sitting there. We did see some of the places. We did travel. The fire was about half a mile away. And the there was fire tanker trucks on the highway, on the side of the highway, pretty close to where she was at. But she didn't want to evacuate her trailer, so we didn't. Give me a second. Annoying cat. Okay, that makes no sense whatsoever. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay. You know what? I'm going to text Spencer and see if he'll put Buddy outside because he's being super annoying. The wind stopped. What? How the heck am I getting advertisements? Anyway, I'm sorry. I need to focus on what I came here for. Let me see if I can Spencer. Okay. Hopefully Spencer gets the message.
Figuratively and literally.
Yeah. No, Spencer usually helps out if he can, but he doesn't always have his phone on. So, because Spencer's different than I am. Like, I mean, I have my phone on all the time because I've got the Bricklink store, and I have people that get a hold of me a lot, and sometimes it does get to be too much because my phone's going off all the time. But with Spencer, he doesn't even. If his phone becomes too much, he just turns it off. I guess I should learn something from him, huh? But yeah, he does. So
are you gonna have for dinner tonight?
I'm thinking about going to Thomas's Market down the street and seeing if they've got any steaks half off. And if they do, I'll have a half off steak. If not, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead.
What's your favorite cut of steak?
I think I would say probably sirloin. T-bone steak's good, but my problem is I kind of go against the grain because there's so many people that like it. I'm kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's not all that great.
You love frying up sirloin, huh?
Yes, I do, very much so.
Get
Well,
it,
guys,
sir.
we're on the last bag, and look at this. I love this. All that work, and now we've got a front end. Now this looks like it's the start of a home. I like that. Let's go ahead and bust open bag number 9. So I apologize, guys, but for the next couple of days, there will be no live streams. Actually, for about the next week. I have been able to get a few videos together, so there will be some content coming out while I'm gone. It won't be as fast and as furious as what I normally do. I had hoped to finish the Avengers Tower video before I left, but I did work on it a little bit today, but I didn't work on it enough, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a video done before I leave on Wednesday. I'll try. I will sincerely try to get an update to the Avengers Tower done. So anyway, be looking out for that. I did a review of the what do you call it? The 2 speed champions. I got those together. If I have time, I will do a review of this set before I leave.
Get
And
it, sir.
Go ahead.
Get it, sirloin.
Oh yeah, I guess so. We do have a review video for the general store. I don't think I released that one yet. So we've got quite a bit coming out. So Mrs. Chip says, yeah, it's a good movie, but I don't know what she's talking about. Do you remember what she was talking about?
I think A Nightmare Before Christmas or something like that.
Okay. Well, I'll admit, I'm a little slow to the draw sometimes. Well, it looks like we got a little bit of tree work to do, and I will turn this around so you guys can see this. I apologize. I just don't do very well building upside down. That's just something I've never been good at. So, but let's go ahead and turn it around for just a second. So we did a little bit of rock work here and a little bit of chairs right here. So we will continue the saga. Wow, there's quite a bit to this step. So you know something, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say what I'm about ready to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Greg, I love my mom, but I got to say my mom's annoying.
You've been calling you nonstop
Well, my mom's deaf, so she can't call.
or texting you?
Yeah, but she's been texting the crap out of me lately. What do you mean you going to Texas? Oh, how you getting there? You flying? You doing this? And it's like, Mom, chill out. It's not my first time at the rodeo. I've gone places before. I know how to get there. Well, it's such a long drive. You're going to get tired. Really, Mom? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. And I mean, I don't mean to be rude, because I mean, if anything ever happened to her, I would miss her. I would. But sometimes she can be a bit much. And right now is one of those times where she's just being a bit much.
Looks like she needs to take a chill pill.
Well, she does the same thing as my sisters, because they'll let me know. Like, they'll text me and go, watch out for Mom if you get a text from her today. She's been on the warpath. That's what they tell me. And yeah, a chill pill wouldn't hurt her at all. And my mom, she's kind of always been this way. Even as a teenager, it was sometimes a little bit much, because she always wanted to know everything that was going on. And I remember when I moved out on my own, my mom used to. I know I just told you she was deaf, right?
Yeah.
But have you ever heard of a relay service?
Somewhat.
Yeah, so it's government sponsored, and it's where they can call up with a TTY to someone that's hearing, and the person they basically they have a TTY, and then my mom types to them, and then they call me up on the phone. They tell me what my mom says, and then you tell them your response, and then you communicate that way. Now, it's not that service is not that popular anymore because, well, text messages and stuff. So I haven't got a relay call in years, but used to be relay all the time.
Does your mom live in Salt Lake City area?
She does. So I've got some marriage advice that I want to give today. And the marriage advice is, if your wife is mad at you and she's holding a knife, just ask her to make your favorite sandwich. She'll calm down. We'll see what Mrs. Chip has to say about that. She's probably not even listening no more. Oh, boy. So, Greg, if I don't see you again, it was nice knowing you.
Are you going to be buried or cremated?
Well, as they say, she can only kill you once, so she's got to make it good. All right, so we got the A little palm tree up here. What more do we have? Oh, wait. How can that be? There's no more little things here.
Probably a misprint.
Yeah, maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. I ain't the first time that's happened. Well, the rest of the story is she got 20 to life. That's what it is, Miss Chip.
In the army stockade.
Probably. I did see a meme the other day. It cracked me up, and it was that women at a feminist march or rally, they all went hungry because everyone refused to make sandwiches. And don't kill me in the comments. It's just a joke. But yeah, I know. In today's day and age, we're not allowed to joke. So
Who's gonna watch Enzo and the cats?
So one of my neighbors is going to take care of the chickens and the cats, and then Enzo's going to my sister's house.
The one with Gertie?
Oh, she's going back home. I would have Gertie come up here, but she doesn't like coming up the stairs all the way. She'll go to the landing and lay there and watch everybody, but she does not like coming up here.
Does she have bad?
What's that?
Does she have bad joints?
I don't think so. She's only 2 years old, so for a dog, she's pretty young. But I don't know, like, if my sister lets her go up or downstairs at her place. So I don't know. I'm assuming that might be part of it. Oh boy, this is not. Oh, yeah, well. I was going to say it's not working very well, but it is. All right. Version 1 is done. But I promise you, this is not a one and done. We're going to do all the other ones that were here. I've got 2 more copies, so I'll be doing each version, including reviews on those. Greg, thanks for being here. You guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you like this build, if you're going to click this build. And all right, guys, you have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.
Bye.